Hello beautiful ones, I had to beam in and talk directly into how we can raise our rates and be more highly paid for our expertise. Now this has direct relevance for me, raising my rates 3 times over the last 2 years and now being the sole financial provider for coming on 3 years. Last year we actually had 4 family holidays, the first time I've ever had so many holidays in 1 year, and my business continued to grow by about 20% over that year while I was investing more in my personal life, which felt very uncomfortable at the time. And you know, in my life, I love to see myself as a pioneer, someone who is risking as much as I can to be able to figure out what are the concepts and principles that are underneath everything that we do in business so that I can better guide and mentor the beautiful clients that I'm blessed to serve and support. So I wanted to talk about raising our rates because it's something that makes us quake and shiver as highly sensitive, gentle, gifted hearts. We really don't like to think about asking for more from our clients. I remember a couple of years ago, I started having clients spontaneously pay me more. Just put a little bit more extra in, or I just decided I just wanted to lift it up to the nearest $100 or whatever, whether that was a $10, $20 or $50 increase in payment. What I realized was that people were wanting to pay me more than I was willing to accept at the time. Now remember that when we are offering value and our service-based work, so whether you're an energy worker or a naturopath or a healer or a coach, is that you are not the one alone that brings the value. And this is why it's a difficult thing to offer. It is based on the co-creative connection between you and your client as to what results they actually allow themselves to create and receive in their world. So your value that you're bringing is determined based on the receptiveness and the responsiveness of your client. Now, I want to emphasize this because it is the key to raising your rates and allowing yourself to offer more value than before, which is why I actually raised my rates. I had a very wise woman. Many of you will know that Lara Waldman is a very precious and dear friend of mine, and she helped me to understand that if we're not willing to receive more for our services, we're limiting the potential for our clients to receive from us. And that broke me. I hated her telling me that because I knew it was the truth. And we're talking about that infinity symbol of that perfect heart harmony with giving and receiving. In my business, I wanted to offer people more. I wanted to have more transformational results. I wanted them to be able to experience more rapid and profound progress than ever before because that's the way I like to live. She sneakily hinted that if I raised my rates, that clients would actually allow themselves to receive more from me and take more profound action based on the session. I was sold. So while I was deathly scared and afraid and my knees were knocking, I just let myself do it because I'm a faith-based creature, and I've realized for many years in my business that my progress is based on my capacity to sense and feel truth and allow myself to act on it, even though I'm petrified and afraid in the moment. So I want to talk into this because it's an area that is really, really challenging. And I want to talk directly into my client attraction strategy for 2017 and share how it's different to 2018. So if you're in the position where you're wanting to become fully booked, you're wanting to raise your rates, or you're wanting to be more financially viable as a business income earner or provider for your family, this is a very important conversation for you. So happy to be here talking about this. Okay, so last year what I would do is anyone who approached me inquiring to work with me, I would create a list, and I still have it to this day. They're called the Beloveds, and it's an Excel sheet with everyone that has inquired about working with me, and it also records the actions that I took in order to follow up and serve and support them, to give them a little bit of time to see if they weren't ready to make a decision at the time. I would have the initial call, and then if they chose for whatever reason to work with me, but maybe not yet, I would then follow up with them. Last year, I followed up with someone for 9 months, contacting them once a month, checking in to see how they were, seeing if they were ready. Finally, within 9 months, she was ready. Then after our first session, I said, how was that for you? She said, it was absolutely amazing. I said, would you like to rebook? And she said, no, that's perfect for me. Thank you very much. Now that is not an ideal client for me, because as far as I was able to serve and support her in that one session, she didn't actually want to go beyond that. So not an ideal client for me. I want rapid progressors, people who are faith-based, who really want to dig in and do the profound inner work and external work so that they do get fully booked and they can be a force for good in the world, which is my whole agenda in my business, to serve those who serve, so that my gifts and my investment amplify the return and the reach of those that I serve. So I decided this year, no, times have changed. I've been fully booked out for 3 years. I'm no longer working with just anyone that wants to work with me. I am now working with pure love, true commitment clients. Now I say that with a reverence and an awe because it's such a new thing for me. And I had 5 different people reach out to work with me in January. 2 of those weren't very sure. They needed a little bit of time, and I did not follow them up. Okay, because what I am now prospecting for is true love clients. Now, a true love client, I'm talking about this because I experienced it today, where somebody heard about me, went to my website, investigated me, set up a time, brought questions, was very happy with my responses, felt an immediate connection, had already decided she was working with me before she knew my rate, was very happy with my rate, set an appointment for next week, and asked for how she could make payment. Okay, these are ideal, dreamy clients, because this woman is ready to rock and roll. She's ready to get in and get some traction happening in her spiritual-based business. So I want to share that you need to be able to determine the correct strategy for you and your business depending on where you are. If you have been fully booked, it's time to start up-leveling and upgrading your clientele based on a reflection of who were the clients that valued and appreciated you most in the last 12 months. So that's an action one of my clients is doing right now. I've said to her, I want you to write down a list of everyone that hired you last year, figure out who they are, and re-talk into that in your marketing. So you all know that every week, once on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I will show up, offer the very best content that I can. I'm doing it right here in the Heart and Biz Alignment group as well. And that's my contribution, and that's my faith-based investment in marketing that I then walk away and stay devoted to my current clients, and I always see a continual influx of new clients. Because I've been in the rhythm of doing my authentic marketing for 2 years now, it's just effortless. And now I'm upgrading my clientele, and they are then referring people of the same caliber to work with me. I now no longer need to market for my mentoring spaces. They are perpetually filled. And so now I'm actually learning how to market to promote my shows. And so I really want to share this because I think depending on where you are in your business, if you're not fully booked, I really want you to still look at the clients who are investing in you, and I want you to realign all of your copy, your website and your content to talk directly to those people, those concerns, those agendas, those results that you have created in the last 6 to 12 months. And remember that we always need to be doing this. In order to up-level in our businesses, we need to pay attention to who loves us the most, who gets the best results, and then reinvest in sharing and promoting those ideas out in the world. I'm really excited to share this. I wish, once again, as always, that someone could have shared this with me a little while ago, but I guess I love being a pioneer and I'm happy to be figuring these things out, but I want to pass it on. So if you are in the position where you're not fully booked yet, I really do want to promote the idea of keeping and tracking a list of everyone who is reaching out to you and following them up. Checking in and seeing how they are. No attachment, no expectation, just being the first person that they think of when they are ready to make change. Making sure that you're that person, they know how to contact you, and you make sure that they know that you are ready as soon as they are. I hope this serves and supports you and your business, beautiful ones. Please comment below and tell me what you think. I'm so excited to be sharing it. Big love from Empath Lysa, and sending you glorious blessings that your businesses and your souls will thrive and prosper in this world.